So The Good Hawk is the first book in an epic fantasy series called Shadow Sky. It's set in an alternate version of Scotland, and it's about a clan that live on the Isle of Skye that get invaded and enslaved, and the only two people to evade capture are a girl called Agatha and a boy called Jaime, and it's about their perilous journey across mainland Scotia to rescue their clan. There's a few things that inspired me to write the book. Firstly, Scotland. I've always loved Scotland. I spent quite a lot of time working there and travelling there, and I just love its incredible dramatic landscapes. So that backdrop was a big inspiration to me. Also, the kind of fantasy books that I read as a child, like Garth Nix and Ian Irvine, Philip Pullman, so they've certainly kind of seeped their way into there a little bit. And then thirdly, I started writing the book while I was working in a special needs school, and one of the protagonists, Agatha, has Down syndrome in the book, and she was definitely been influenced by some of the kids I was working with at the time I started writing it. My two main characters are called Agatha and Jaime. Agatha is a 15-year-old girl. She's very feisty, very proud, and she also has Down syndrome, but in her world the condition isn't named. But as a result of it, she is treated differently by other people within her clan, sometimes patronising her or bullying, belittling her, and so the novel kind of explores the way that she deals with that. The other main character is a 14-year-old boy called Jaime, who suffers from kind of low self-esteem and anxiety, but within his clan those things aren't really deemed acceptable, whereas Agatha is often perceived by other people as being different. Jaime kind of feels different inside. And so the novel kind of explores both of the ways in which the characters' differences often turn out to be their strengths, essentially. So in terms of how I kind of created and developed the characters, Agatha was the kind of starting point for me. As I mentioned, I was working in special needs schools at the time, and so she was kind of influenced by a lot of the kids I was working with. But I was very keen for it not to be a book about a character having Down syndrome. It was just an aspect of who she is. And then the story kind of developed around her, really. So the other main character is a 14-year-old boy called Jaime, and I first created him as I wanted someone that kind of showed empathy and compassion towards Agatha to negate the negative voices that there are in the novel kind of against her. And then as he developed, I realised there was actually quite a lot of myself at 14 within him, and so I kind of used that as he kind of struggles with his own identity, and then he kind of expanded from there, really. Okay, my three top writing tips for budding authors are number one, to read as much as you possibly can. I think the more you read, the better your writing becomes, definitely. Number two is to write what excites you. So don't think about what's going to be the new trend or what's going to sell well. Just you've got to love what you do. So yeah, write what excites you. And my third tip would be just to get the words down. Just don't worry about them. Just set yourself aside some time, and rather than stressing and worrying about whether it's something good or not, just keep writing, because you can always edit it later.